in the fight also, Mr. Lonnie Johnson.
See, man. Let me say this. I don't necessarily blame this young man. I blame him for his opinions. I don't blame him for the position that we're in right now, because he has stated his bias. I don't blame him anymore for applying for a job here at the DA's office than I would blame a convicted pedophile for applying at a job at elementary school. I would blame the principal who hired him. That's right. And a principal who knows he has this problem to leave him in office, right, or leave him in that position. Right. So my fight is not with him. My fight is with Kim Ogg. That's right. Because I say to her, the first thing you learn about law is you're supposed to not only avoid bias, but you also avoid the appearance of bias. Right. There is no way that you can have a young man who has put a picture of a black woman next to trash and said, I can't tell the difference, and say that there is no bias with that individual. You just can't do it. So since Kim Ogg won't do her job, or has not to date done her job by terminating this young man, I'm calling on every judge. When this young man comes in your court, and the defense bar, when y'all make y'all objections saying, I don't want to try this case with this young man because he has a bias, there's too many decisions and too much discretion that a prosecutor has to just let that bias go and assume that that bias is not exhibited somehow in the decisions he's making. So every defense lawyer, when you go into the courtroom and you have this guy there as the prosecutor, object to him. Ask that he be removed from the case. Right. Every judge, when he comes into your court for a trial, say, I'm not going to have this. You will not try a case in my court only to have the case reversed on appeal because there's bias by the prosecutor.
Request he be recused.
And not only that, it goes further than everyone ought to be as outraged as I am right now. Right. Because if you're a black woman as a defendant, there's no way you can go in and think you're getting a fair shake. Right. If that guy is the prosecutor. That's right. Because he's made too many decisions that impact where you are right there. Right. He makes a decision as to what offer is going to be, what you're going to be charged with, what plea offers will be offered to you. There are too many decisions that are made by him, so you can't feel like you're getting a fair shake. If you are a taxpayer in Harris County, you ought to be outraged that Kim Ogg would allow someone with this type bias to go in to try a case only to know that case is going to be reversed on appeal and you're going to pay to try it again. That's right. You ought to be outraged, and you ought to be calling her office saying, don't make us pay to retry cases again. Right. Don't put convicted criminals or would-be convicted criminals out on the street because they've been tried, they've been convicted, but because the prosecutor was biased, the case was overturned, and now you got a criminal out on the street. The thing she says she's trying to avoid. That's right. I say, Kim Ogg, you got to do better. No, she and it goes. Well, she got to go. I don't think she's gonna resign, and it's gonna be a while before we get a chance to re-elect. But right now, she's in this job. She needs to do the job and get rid of this guy. He's told you he has a bias. He's exhibited that bias, and you can't let that bias go. And if the prosecutors, if the judges won't recuse this guy, then defense lawyers take it up on appeal. And taxpayers, the more we end up having to repay for cases to be retried, the more convicted criminals get their cases overturned as a result of this. At some point, we're going to say to Kim Ogg, that's not acceptable. And you have to do something different. You can't let bias exist in Harris County courts.
Good. Right. 2024, we find you at the polls. Mr. Wayman, I need everybody to repeat after me. Hey, hey!
Hey, hey!
Ho, ho!
Ho, ho!
This sexist prosecutor gotta go!
This sexist prosecutor gotta go!
Again, hey, hey!
Hey, hey!
Ho, ho!
Ho, ho!
This sexist prosecutor gotta go!
This sexist prosecutor gotta go!
All right, Ms. Weber. And Coretta, you'll close us out.
Good afternoon. Thank you for this opportunity to speak. I actually came to just stand with my sisters because it's obvious that there is a lack of standing with black women here in Harris County. And that cannot continue. I'm with you, Sister Candace. You know, Candace and I have joked on several occasions. Eventually our work is going to cross over. And I pity the fool that brings us together to get justice for black women. Well, Kim Ogg, here we are again. And what I want to say about Kim Ogg is this is not the first time that Kim Ogg has upheld a travesty against black women. And I'm going to go a step further than to say we need to be aware and recuse going forward. This man actually took it upon himself to hunt black women on social media.
Shut up.
He was not responding to an attack. He was not responding to a question, a comment, or anything like that. He took it upon himself to seek out black women and attack them, harass them in such a way that many black women, content creators on social media, have shut down their accounts because of his attacks. I am a black woman. And I know what it feels like to be hunted by someone that doesn't like me because of my color and my gender. This is intersectional. So Kim Og can be a woman, but it hits different when you're a black woman. And it is not for Kim Og to say what is and is not forgivable when there is a crime, a prejudice committed against one of us. When we have reached out in the past to collaborate with Kim Og, doors have been consistently slammed in our face. Well, sis, you said it. Kim Og, we are firing you at the polls. And we will hold you accountable for every single thing you have done, every offense you have committed against black women within our community. As for Mr. Wesley, internalized racism will eat at your soul.
Yeah, buddy.
But before it gets to your soul, black women in Harris County will shut you down.
Yes.
And if we have to take your boss with us,
We will.
win, win, win. Because in this county, black women, we will not kneel. And we will not take this.
That's right.
So not only do we need to be aware of this gentleman, and I'm being extremely kind, moving forward, but I call for Kim Og to evaluate every single case that he has ever laid his hands on that has had to do with a black woman. This is criminal justice. This is about criminal justice reform. See, it's bigger than just misdemeanor bail reform, which Kim Og, you suck at that too. But this is also about making sure that our communities are safe, that our black homes are not disrupted by biases within the court system. This is about making sure that black women are not unfairly mishandled in the criminal justice system, even when that perpetrator shares the same skin as us. We will not continue to take this.
We are the bank.
Kim Og, find a new career. This one is over. Thank you. Thank you, sister.
Wonder what that one could be.
My name is Coretta Brown. I am a human being, an African American woman, a mother, a daughter, a sister, a aunt, a friend, and the executive director of Bridges to Empowerment. What I am not is trash or garbage. I'm here today standing in solidarity with my sisters against the cruel and unnecessary target of hate from the ADA that we have mentioned. Black women are historically the most underrepresented, undervalued, underappreciated, and underprotected of all women in Texas, in this country, and in the world. We will no longer tolerate blatant disrespect and disregard from anyone, especially someone charged with a career to protect and serve. Black women have been unnecessarily attacked and victimized by this ADA, and we want justice, DAR. In Jesus' name, I will say this. This ADA had called out one of our Jewish sisters, one of our white sisters, one of our AAPI sisters, one of our lesbian sisters, We will be standing with you all as you received the justice a long time ago when it happened.
Come on.
The fact that it has taken this long and that nothing has been done is appalling. And I stand with the last sister, Kim Og. I did not vote for you.
Nor did I.
I did not support you. I supported your candidate, and I can guarantee you in 2024 that will happen again.
Yes.
I will guarantee you all 2024 Black Girl Magic will rise again.
Yes.
We are sick and we are tired,
Yes.
and we will not sleep again.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you, my
We
sister.
are Black. That's right.
Okay, and our last speaker for the press conference will be another elected official that has traveled from Brazoria County. So let's bring up Miss Councilwoman Arnetta Murray.
Look, she ain't got to say councilwoman. Let me just say this and I'm done. It saddens me. I'm an educator. I'm a councilwoman. But let's be clear. Let me tell you why I'm hurt. He kept saying dark-skinned women. Let's be clear. That's what hurt me. You know why it hurt me? Because I'm a dark-skinned woman. You know why it hurts me? We have students that's watching that are dark-skinned. And let me say this. It's beautiful. It's beauty in every color, light, bright, whatever. In the rainbow of African-American women, it is a rainbow. You can choose what you want. You want light, you want dark, you want whatever. But to say, yeah. But to just pinpoint dark-skinned women, I got a problem with that. So what we have to do, it says Kim Og, but it's the society in which we live. Your governor, I'm going from the top to the bottom. We're going to change the dynamics of this right now. All are important, whether you're light like her or dark like me. I am dark, a dark-skinned, beautiful Black woman, and it's gotta stop today. We are not going to stop. Flowers, myself, all these ladies, we're gonna fight to the end. I'm not only fighting for the light skin, I'm fighting for all Black women, the kids that are tired of being looked upon because of their skin.
Right.
When will this stop?
Got to. Yes.
But guess what? It's gonna stop with me, because I'm gonna let everybody know that if you're light, you're pretty. If you're dark, you're pretty.
That's right.
I don't care.
That's right.
Enough is enough, and I'm done.
It is enough. That's right.
We want to thank all of the sister soldiers who attended this press conference today and spoke. What is so devastating to all of us is that this is a Black man we're talking about, not a white guy.
That's right. That's right.
Normally when we talk about someone making hateful remarks on social media about the skin color of Black people, in particular Black women, we're thinking about some non-Black person. But this brother is a real modern day fiddler. He is a modern day Jim. If you ever seen Uncle Ruckus, he's personified here at this courthouse. There's no way that we can allow this brother to continue to work in this courthouse and represent all tax-paying citizens of Harris County. And I firmly agree with those other speakers who've said this. Had he done this same behavior and committed these same acts on social media about gay women, God forbid about Jewish women, he would have been a real Kyrie Irving right here.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
They would have gave him a list of demands that he had to meet.
That's right.
They forgave him, but gave him conditions to the forgiveness. We have to do better. And I agree with the brother who spoke, Brother Lonnie. He's right. We got to do better. This is a disgrace. So thank you, brothers and sisters, for being here. Are there any questions? Thank you for your presence and your patience because we started late. Thank you so very kindly for being here. Thank you. Have a great